Okay, let's get this one out of the way, shall we? Wrestlemania 24. Here's the insert. Let's get into it. Right, Wrestlemania 24, held in some outdoor arena. I can't really remember where, but yeah. John Legend sang America the Beautiful at the start of the show. Yay, whippy. Woo, fucking love America the Beautiful. Next up we had a Belfast Brawl to start the show. JBL versus Finlay. An actually refreshing, very good match. I would give this 4 stars. I would say this was a very, very, very good match. Hardcore style match where they just used a lot of weapons. The storyline going into it was that Hornswoggle had pretended to be Vince McMahon's son. JBL had battered Hornswoggle. Hornswoggle turned out to be Finlay's son. Finlay was angry, wanted to get revenge for Hornswoggle. Who would have thought Hornswoggle would be the catalyst for such a great WrestleMania match? And I think this was one of the best matches on the card, if not the best. Well, no, it wasn't the best, but it was a very good match nonetheless. JBL ended up getting the win. No surprise there, although seeing as he'd got all the heat on Finlay going into it, you would have thought Finlay would have got the win, but no, JBL got the win. Fair play. Next we had Kim Kardashian. She introduced the Money in the Bank match. Why is this woman on WrestleMania? I mean, she didn't really present it too well. She didn't act like she knew what she was talking about or that she was that excited. I mean, she acted like she was excited, but it came off looking rather fake, obviously. Money in the Bank ladder match. Chris Jericho versus Shelton Benjamin versus John Morrison versus Carlito versus CM Punk versus MVP versus Mr. Kennedy. This match was bloody brilliant. It was rather good. Better than the last match. And this was indeed the match of the night. And this is probably my favourite Money in the Bank ladder match of all time. What else can I say about this match? Yeah. As they were all getting announced, and I'd forgotten who was in this match, I was thinking, do you know what? This is what the Money in the Ladder Bank match should be. A load of guys who look like they could be title contenders, but have never won the title. And the last guy comes out and it's Jericho, and I'm like, oh, that sort of ruins that. But still, it was a very good match. It ends with Jericho almost getting the title and Punk stops him. CM Punk stops Chris Jericho, puts his leg between one rung of the ladder through to the other, so his foot was hooked and his leg was hooked and he was upside down, and CM Punk reached up and took down the case. They should have involved this in the storyline somehow, that Punk and Jericho were both fighting for that Money in the Bank briefcase and Punk's just outsmarted Jericho. They should have worked that into the storyline going into this year's WrestleMania. And I've not heard anyone talk about that. I haven't talked about it because I'd forgotten all about it, in complete honesty. But yeah, very good match. CM Punk wins. Next we had highlights of the Hall of Fame. Yeah, that stuff's good at the time, but looking back I'm just like, oh fucking come on, let's skip this shit. Howard Finkel introduces them all. Then Todd Grisham interviews Snoop Doggy Dogg. Snoop Dogg has Festus by his side. Heel Santino comes out. I forgot how good and entertaining Heel Santino was. Basically do a lot of stuff. Mick Foley comes out, embarrasses himself as usual. Next, Battle of Brand Supremacy. SmackDown being represented by Dave Bautista versus Umaga, who's representing Raw. Umaga was fantastic in this match. I've never really appreciated Umaga while he was alive, sadly, and that happens to be the case of a lot of pro wrestlers, sadly, and how we don't really appreciate them enough while they're around. And when they're gone, we go back and watch their stuff and go, do you know what? He was really good, actually. And Batista in this was awful. Umaga carried the match, and then Batista botches the Batista bomb at the end and gets to cover 1, 2, 3. Batista wins, yay for Batista. Next up, Floyd Mayweather is with his entourage. Great stuff. Then we have a little clip showing the Battle Royal from before the show, the dark match. And basically Kane won it, so he gets an ECW title match on the show. It lasts about 5 seconds. He chokeslams Chavo Guerrero, gets to cover 1, 2, 3. Kane is your new ECW champion. Then there's a Wish You Were Here segment with Carlito and a Seagull, which is stupid. Then Raven Simone welcomes Make-A-Wish. Raven Simone, was she on a program called That's So Raven? I remember that being on the Disney Channel. My sister used to watch it, and obviously I used to catch it every now and then when my sister got control of the TV. I had to watch it. I think that's what the woman's called, what the show's called that she used to be in. But yeah, she introduces the Make-A-Wish people. That's a nice little bit, I suppose. Don't know why she was doing it, to be honest. Next, Mike Adamle interviews Ric Flair. And he says, do you know what, if you lose your next match, then you have to retire. What's your plan? And he says, my plan is to be the man. And then he goes out there, and it's Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels in a very good match. Ric Flair was a bit sloppy at times. Obviously, it was his, well, last ever WWE match. He was sloppy, but it was a very good match nonetheless. Easily a 4-star match. I wouldn't go as far as saying as a 5-star, but yeah, very good match again. Along with the opener and along with the Money in the Bank ladder match. 3 very good matches, very worth watching them. Next up, we had... Oh yeah, let me just say, emotional moment when Ric Flair retires. Like, people are crying in the crowd. Flair's crying himself. HBK like does the thing that The Rock did to Austin at 19, where he just like speaks to him and like hides his mouth. See that what I did there? Hiding my mouth. Yeah, speaking to him. You can't see what he's saying. You can't lip read. Yeah. He does that, and then HBK doesn't even celebrate. Just walks straight out of the arena. He doesn't even get his hand raised by Charles Robinson, who was obviously a big Ric Flair fan. Ric Flair has his little moment, goes, kisses all of his family, and then walks out of there. Next up, Todd Grisham interviews Edge, and he says, listen, we've just seen history, and history could happen again later tonight if you beat The Undertaker and end the streak. And Edge says, yeah, I'm going to end the streak, man. Yeah, let's get going. Number 16, the 16th thing, because I've got the DVD inlay, it says everything that happens. These are just the chapters, aren't they? Chapter 16, Playboy Bunny Mania, Ashley Massaro and Maria Canales versus Beth Phoenix and Melina. Beth Phoenix wins by glam slamming, I believe she glam slammed Maria. This is rubbish. This is probably one of the worst WrestleMania matches of all time. If the match wasn't bad enough, they had a technical glitch and the lights sort of go out halfway through the match, and then you have to put like 2 or 3 spotlights into the ring so like it's lit up and we can see. Snoop Dogg's at ringside, Santino's at ringside. Jerry Lawler pops Santino in the mouth, and then Santino gets in the ring. Snoop Dogg then clotheslines him. So basically, Santino's jobbed out. So just basically anyone who's around. I'm surprised he didn't get all the fans to come and line up and give him a swift kick in the balls. Chapter 17 of Disc 1. Triple threat match for the WWE title. Randy Orton versus John Cena versus Triple H. John Cena had just beaten Shawn Michaels last year, and then Triple H the year before. And now he's in a triple threat match for the world title. I'm pretty sure this was the year he won the Royal Rumble. So, again, 3 years in a row, the winner of the Royal Rumble decides, you know what, I don't want a one-on-one match, that's too easy. I want a triple threat match. And he has his triple threat match and he loses. Now, he might not have won the Royal Rumble. In fact, no, I think he didn't. I think Undertaker actually won the Royal Rumble. Saying that? Or did he? I can't remember, to be honest. Fuck knows, complete honesty. But yeah, this is a decent match, to be honest. Triple H gets the pedigree on John Cena, then Randy Orton punts him in the head, covers Cena, 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton's still your WWE champion. It looks a bit young at the time, and a bit green still. Not green, but you know what I mean. Not as well-rounded as he is today. Now we're on disc 2, biggest versus the best. Floyd Mayweather versus the Big Show in a stupid match that I never liked. Floyd Mayweather, can I just say, is the perfect heel. You want to hate him. He's such a slimy bastard, isn't he? And he can kick your ass. So he's got everything a heel needs to have. And he beats Big Show by hitting him in the face with brass knucks. Story going into this is that Mayweather had like punched Big Show. Big Show was taunting him, got on his knees, and Mayweather pounded him. Legitimately broke his nose. Big Show was apparently legitimately pissed as well. Chases him, storyline wise, but he's honestly really pissed off and wants to get hold of him. Fucking is running over his entourage, just smashing him out of the way, and in WrestleMania he's kicking the shit out of the entourage as well. My favourite part of the match is when he fucking slaps Mayweather across the chest like, yeah, you little bastard, take that. Next up we had Wish You Were Here. Batista basically just tackles this guy as he's asking his wife to marry him, and then this woman to marry him, his girlfriend, and then she just goes, oh, Batista, and then walks off with him, and I was like, this is fucking bullshit. Why are you showing me this? It's fucking stupid. Why can't Carlito do that? And Batista fucking fight with a pigeon. Stupid stuff. Next up we had Kim Kardashian saying, oh, we've got loads of people in the attendance tonight. Yeah, there's this many here. Yeah, like I give a shit. And then we get the main event. Edge versus The Undertaker in a good match. Edge is defending his world title and The Undertaker beats him to become the World Heavyweight Champion. That is 2 years in a row that Undertaker has won the World Heavyweight title. Very, very, very good show. Not a very good show, what am I saying? Very, very, very good match. Very good match. All in all, the show dragged on for me. Oh, if I was there, I would have Probably falling asleep in all honesty, but yeah, I was falling asleep just watching it at home, DVD. All in all, decent show, average Mania. Like I said, some good stuff on there, like the early stuff. Like the 2 world title matches a bit flat in my opinion, but I suppose the WWE title match was alright, and the world title match was alright too, but not as good as the. In fact, I don't think either match was as good as the JBL Finlay match or the Michaels Flair match or the Money in the Bank match. So that's that. What do you think of WrestleMania 24? I've been really down on it, to be honest. I'm in a bit of a pissy mood anyway, so yeah, sorry about that. What do you think of the show? What do you think of my review? Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to try and watch WrestleMania 25 and review that for you and get it up within the next 6 hours. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon.